Hey, what's up, y'all? Big brother Astro here. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. If you're not putting her in her place, she starts shit testing you a lot. You're cooked. I realized that during a breakup, men usually take it the worst because they usually cut off all their options, whereas the women they say they cut off all their options, but they could have a couple dudes who they know is next, and they'll message them periodically like, "Oh, hey, happy birthday," or reply to their story, this, that, and just because they have plausible deniability, right? So a lot of times you hear women say, "Oh yeah, I was emotionally checked out way before the relationship ended," right? But they won't end it. No, they'll keep slowly disrespecting you and keep throwing shit tests your way. And if you keep passing, even if they're not really attracted to you, they'll stay because they know they have a strong masculine dude in your presence, right? But if you keep failing, then they'll start disrespecting you more, throwing more shit tests your way. And when you fail enough, eventually they leave, right? So they won't break up with you at the start. So you should do it. As soon as you see the relationship getting disrespectful and more rampant, you should do it because this is the best way to maintain attraction and to retain self-respect for yourself, right? So a lot of times I realized a lot of dudes find it very hard to leave because since they cut off all their options, they immediately feel a need for her, right? Either a need for her sex or a need for something else. Like for me with my ex, she was helping me with my business, so I felt a need for her, right? Which sucks because you should be independent and self-reliant, right? But going through this, I looked at this thread and I realized after women are done beta sizing people and beating them down like men, a lot of their fantasies is to get rammed. So after they're done criticizing you and they give you boring sex, starfish sex, just because he's fucking you don't mean she thinks you're attractive, right? Mind you, their fantasies is to go give the craziest P star Bob sex to whoever is next up, right? And they don't gotta be alpha even. They could. That's why a lot of some people they think yo this girl's the one because she fucked the shit out of me. No, she could just be hopping on the relationship. The easiest girl to get with is probably someone who is emotionally vulnerable out of a relationship. And the dude became a beta at the end. They just want to feel some masculine presence. Doesn't matter if it's beta, they can pretend it's a masculine presence. So that's the thing. When you find that your girl or somebody is disrespecting you, the best way to maintain attraction, the best way is to get them submissive to you is leaving. It's first you could like at the initial stages, you could say like you could put your rules down, you could put your boundaries down, like hey, don't do this, do that. And if they keep doing it, you can leave, right? And trust me, trust your gut. If your gut tells you something, believe it, because some girls will step out with you just to go fuck a dude and then come back, right? And then if you know your gut's telling that, you could decide if you want them to stay or not, depending. But you should respect yourself enough to leave because it's not even just like trying to keep a girl in your life at that point. It's your subconscious is watching, and what you do and what you tolerate, it accepts as facts. And then now when people are disrespecting you in a group setting, you don't really have the balls to stand up, right? So I'm gonna go through this thread with y'all, and I'm gonna show you guys how it really is from the horse's mouth, right? Let's get it. So this spread goes post divorce sexual liberation. And then this girl saying how she thought she was asexual, but turns out she was just disgusted. So if you're beta, they actually get disgusted by you, right? So they would say all these icks. I have this ick, this, that, and the third, but they won't leave you, know. They are still disgusted with you, but they won't leave you. So yo, my boy Jeff hit the nail on the head. He said it's crazy how women find it so freeing, liberating, and fun to sleep around with a lot of men. Women have multiple whole phases, then wonder, why are men insecure? They're so insecure. They don't want me with 100 bodies. That's what they wonder, right? And then two, they complain about men doing the bare minimum but wanting sex. Why do the most or court a woman when there is plenty in a whole phase and easily giving it up? Factual, Jeff. What incentives do men have to change for the better when you're easily a bit of a woman? Give us what we want with no effort because it's fun. And guys, I have to say this: my boy Jeff is spitting, and we always need a little bit of Jeff in these comments. Because personally, I'm not going for no more. Right? I've had accounts TikTok that were at 20,000 banned because I was speaking my mind, and these women start to all jump on me and say stuff. And I'm gonna tell you guys like this: the internet is a weird place, right? You gotta really know who's credible and who's talking, and sometimes you can't figure that out. Just because someone's comment gets millions of likes doesn't mean they are sane people. Especially if you go on Twitter, women are like an echo chamber. They can know the girl is doing wrong, but they're gonna band together because this is feminism and womanhood, right? They're gonna I don't know why I said it like that, but they're gonna band together, right? Even if you're in the right, even if there's a girl in the right, they're gonna call her pick me, right? Because even if they're wrong, as long as they're all wrong together, it's logically that means they become right because there's the groupthink and majority rules, right? So for me, I don't even like to argue no more. It's like sometimes it's not even worth it. You're gonna be wasting time and you're gonna be in a beta energy. But quite frankly, I don't think it's worth it. But we do need some Jeffs in this world. Let's get back into it. And then we got a comment saying every guy friend is about to come out the woodwork. So guys, I don't care if you choose to have your girl have a guy friends, whatever. But if your gut is telling you not to trust someone, for do not get gaslit and manipulated. And oh, he's just a friend. I don't know what you're saying. Like a lot of them are so good at this emotional circus and jumping and backflips that you really have you believing that you're tripping, right? And this girl's saying how she's living her best life. A lot of them don't regret it, man. It could be your girl. It could be the most angel, angelic girl. You don't fully know who she is until you go through that phone or until you see a side with her that she didn't think you would know. So we have even a dating coach saying how she's seen a called the post-divorce whole face. So a lot of times, guys, a lot of people aren't in your side in relationships. You have girls who are in a happy relationship who are going to tell your girls to work through it with you, right? Which is the minority. But besides for that, you have a bunch of their whole friends telling them to leave you to come be a thought because it's amazing because misery loves company. Dating coaches telling you to go be a hoe. And then you have the beta males or the Chads, the Tyrones telling them to leave you because they're gonna lie to them. You could be the most honest person in the world, and you could tell your girl stuff to help benefit her and grow her, but she's gonna listen to these lies because women follow what makes them feel good, right? So let's keep going. I'm not gonna try to go through all this short threads with you. I'm gonna leave it at the end for y'all to pause and go through yourself. But I just want to let you know this is what a lot of them think. Girl Jessica Deloda says, "Child, the hot sex I had post divorce should be in an erotic novel." These guys are going crazy on that thing, man. Easiest and best sex you have in your life is a girl who just broke up with her man who got bitter ties because of her. Because they manipulate, gaslight, and do these things to make him think, yo, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm the problem. That's why sometimes you have to be an asshole and selfish, right? If I could tell you of winning on the side of being too caring and too nice, or being too much of an asshole and too selfish, I would say go that way because it's best for your interest, and trust me, it's best for their interest too. This girl is saying, Shelby, this and the sex in my 13-year relationship, 13 years this guy invested in there wasn't half bad, but sex with people that treat you better, 100%. And you know what's sad? The relationship probably wasn't bad at all. They probably had their ups and downs, right? They probably had their good moments and bad, but guess what? The bad moments stick in people's head more, right? So now when you could have a million good things, but you do two things bad, now it's getting brought up in more arguments. Now they're gonna paint the image to make them look like they didn't fuck up for leaving you. They're gonna say, "Oh, I left him because he was this bad," and then it reframes the story in your mind. And now it's, oh, it's better with this dude I don't know because do you know why the sex is better with the dude they don't know? He's more mysterious because they don't know him. So they fill up their head with the most positive things that they want for their most ideal man, which is why I tell you guys, if you go on a date, just shut the hell up and let her do the imagining for you. Right? So yeah, guys, it's scary out here. You could waste so much time and just get left and get painted this narrative like a terrible person, even if you try your best to really level them up. Ayana, I think the sex after any long relationship is something to be chat about. Yeah, I am Tom Jones. Sexual liberation was an energy, not an act for me. It was more spiritual. I unleashed my essence through my womb and creativity, created my life, reached my deeper. And you get this spiritual ass bullshit that tries to find a reason for being a thought, bro. Like sex is bomb, but like you get the spiritual, all this fluff in the wording just to make it seem like no, I'm not a hoe. Like shut the hell up, bro. I went from meh to becoming a horned up teenage boy in record time, right? So guys, like I'm not saying don't go and be in a relationship and don't date. I'm not saying that, but like you got to do it right if you're gonna be in a relationship. You got to be the alpha. You got to throw in unpredictability. You got to stick by your word and mean it, and really don't put up with any bullshit, right? So, Big Brother Astro out. Not really. I'm just gonna leave these threads there and just go through it and pause through it from time to time and read it for yourself. I think you're gonna find this very fascinating. Love y'all. Later.